Thank you so much for joining us as Above, So Below. This is our Bible study night. To each and every one of you guys, if this is your first time in my life, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel the Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are truly deeply rooted in ATRS. Those are the African traditional religions. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for being a part of my platform, the comments, the shares, the likes. I know this may sound repetitive, but when it comes down to social media, the more that you guys activate those algorithms, it gets this message out. And so therefore, I appreciate those that take out the time to comment up on those videos, share their own personal experiences of these lives, and it just really helps not only me, but it helps those. What's up there, my Natasha Foster, my Aquarius from Gato Mighty Nose, North Carolina in the house. Chocolate is here. Also unveiling, and my Pisces up in this mug. And then we got Shamari. Shamari, I got your Zale, my Cancer from Chi-Town. And then I got my Karen O'Brien. Karen O'Brien in the house. What's up, Mary Bonds? Much love to you. There go my baby Scorpio. And there go Jelly Sweets. We got Gemini back to back. What's up there for Linda Green from Augusta, Georgia? Scorpio. What it be? Mama Susan in the house. What's up, Gemini? We got a lot of Geminis up in here. All right, there, air element. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for chiming in and being a part of our live. And thank you so very, very much for all that you do to make this more effective and more educational. And also, we have a lot of laughs on here, so we appreciate the sense of humor that the Spirit blesses us with. We also want to say hello and salutations to my Madrina and to my Padrino and to my Oba. He actually texted me today. He wanted to. He's out of Tampa, Florida, and he wanted to come. He said Sunday that he wanted to come down and visit Minister Mario's grave. So I take that as an honor. This is my birthday month, the 15th, and thank you guys that have texted me about my birthday. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of up and down with this process because it's my first birthday being without Minister Mario, son of Achosi. And so therefore I'm still processing that. He's the one that normally be talking about, you know, your birthday is blah, 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 blah. So he normally one. I ain't never been that type of person. I celebrate my birthday however I choose. But I've always been a mess on my birthday. But I appreciate the love and the concern about me having being able to celebrate my birthday. What's up there, my Boaz in the house? What's up there, Pisces? And then we got Jeremy in the house. Salutations. Salute. In the house. And then we got Monique 444 Cancer in the house. Come on, y'all. It is an opportunity for us to really, 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 really grow and develop. Now, on my platform, y'all know I don't do cheering church. No, whether I'm feeling good or feeling bad, I don't do cheering church. I talk to grown people. Grown people make decisions. So we're going to be talking about something today that I know that is very, very, very important in order to be effective in your spiritual journey. Now, on my platform, I do not teach my personal beliefs. I do not teach my practice. What I teach is universal law. Universal laws apply to everybody, no matter where you at, whether you started intermediate, whether you're advanced, or whether you are an individual that just started, or you on the sideline watching. I got you. Linda Green said, the live you did on your way was stuck in me. Oh my God, and really resonated. I needed the book of consultation as soon. I know that's right, Linda. Let me tell y'all something. It's comments like what she's making here, how you guys are impacted by these videos. Because a lot of times I'm like, okay, should I even do this? You know, because a lot of times it's about my personal stuff be going on. And so I share a lot. And I'm really hoping to make sure that as many as I can that either starting out or just watching, observing, that they get as much truthful and honest and realistic ideas when it comes to magic. And when y'all hear me use the word magic, it has a lot to do with energy, frequency, and vibration. And it don't matter what ATR you practice in, we are, in order to manifest, we all have to comply to that. It don't matter whether you advance, beginning, or intermediate. What's up there, my storm, my Sagittarius from Detroit in the house, Detroit, Michigan. Wait a minute, that ain't Flint, Michigan. But they still got issues that I don't know what's wrong with my root workers and conjurers up there. But we got to get down to it. Now, I want to say thank you so much for all you guys that are supporting my website and continuously pushing the agenda and of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. And those that do not understand this, reason why my platform is about people that practice the ATRs in the church is because I practice the ATRs, and I'm a pastor and I'm an apostle in the church. And even before I became that, it has always been demonized. And so therefore I went through a lot of different things, and I have conquered a lot of things, and I have defeated a lot of the misnomers that are out here when it comes down to the ATR. Now, truthfully, sir and ma'am, I'm not on this live trying to get anybody convinced that the ATRs are not demonic. I don't care what you think. But I do know that there are people out here that are trying to learn the ATRs, whether it's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, whether they're a Mystic, Ajay, whether they're Kabbalists, whether they're Eastern Star, whether they're Mason. A lot of these ATRs, and some people say they're not ATR, but anything that came out of Africa is an ATR. How you utilize the template of the ATR and came up with another type of science when it comes to magic, that is your personal preference. But we know that all civilization started in Africa. So any idea of magic, spirituality, root work, conjure, mysticism came out of Africa. So we get that. So what you do with it in your house, we fry chicken over here, you might do stuffed chicken over there. You might do chicken noodle soup. The point is, it's all chicken, and how you formulate it is your personal prerogative. But we still talking about chicken. So I try to keep it simple so people don't get confused, that people don't get lost in the sauce. And so therefore, no matter when and where you listen to me from, you're going to get an opportunity to know what it is from somebody that's been doing it. I've been doing this since I was a child, okay? I'm 50 years old, about to be 51 on the 15th of this month. So I ain't just started yesterday, and I did not learn spirituality out of a book. I didn't learn spirituality from social media, and I did not learn social media from trying to teach myself. Okay, I actually learned up under professional people. Okay, so I'm not out here guessing. Now, also, sir and ma'am, I want to say hello to my Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Thank you so much for being in here with us. Also, guys, I want to say Mafedi Fun Ochosi in honor of Minister Mario, son of Ochosi, but I am also I have received Ochosi myself as I'm a Crown Santero Mafedi Fun Oya. I am also a initiative of Polero when it comes to Palo Miambe. I am initiating quite a few ATR, but I always tell people I was born with my gifts, my talents, and my ability. And yes, I use other sciences in order to do my conjure, but at the end of the day, before I started into these ATR, I've been healing the sick, raising the dead, and casting out demons. That's what I've been doing that very young in my teens, okay? So I get on here and give you guys an opportunity. To all of my Christian buddies, these are the cards that I read from, so you don't start your shenanigans. These are the 72 names of God, technology of the soul. Is that, hey, Chris, is that my Chris from Philadelphia? I don't know, because I might have missed something. Because I see on Billy Ann saying, hey, Chris. Is that my Chris from Philadelphia? There go my Pisces in the house. I got you on PayPal. We doing it, whatever we got to do. I'm got to eventually get another Cash App, business Cash App. But right now, I got so much going on. Now, I'm going to say this in preference to what I'm going to talk about today. I want to talk about getting deep. I want to talk about what it is to be deep versus shallow. And I do realize that everybody would like to come off as they are deep. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to teach you tonight why it's impossible for some people, no matter they're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, to be deep. Some people, the reason why a lot of you guys get so easily discouraged and when it comes down to the practices is because sometimes you're following somebody you only think is deep and they're not that deep. Okay, so that's like being in a relationship with somebody that you think got money and find out their pockets ain't that deep. Okay, so we're gonna talk about getting us some stomach tonight. Please do call. I do not. Okay, yeah, I got it's just a lot that I'm trying to take care of. Oh, I ain't gonna get into that. Anyway, so in honor of Mafedi Fun Ochosi, also my father, and also crowned Mafedi Fun Oya, and I also been crowned by Mafedi Fun Shango, the father of this religion of Lukumi and Santeria. Now, I want to talk about this. Why get deep in the ATRs? To all of you guys that have been following me and you have been apprehensive for one reason or another, not to launch into the deep when it comes to this ATR, I feel that a lot of times I am not trying to scare. What I am trying to do is give you the pros and cons of the level of commitment that is necessary in order to maintain your well-being, whether you're deep in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Obeah, whether it's conjure, mysticism, or Kabbalah, or whatever you want to practice. There's a lot of people out here, especially the younger ones, are not very deep in the craft. They're very microwave. They have very limited knowledge when it comes down to the herbs and and nature itself. And so therefore, it is very, very impossible to be very deep in something that you're not that committed to, okay? So certain characteristics has to be in play in order to even venture off into certain things. Now, I'm going to start here with 1 Corinthians. There go my eldest son in the house. 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter, 10 through 13. And y'all know I intertwine sex with spirituality. My two favorite things. Now, 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter, 10 through 13 says this. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searches all things, yea, the deep things of God. For what man knoweth the things of man, save the spirit of man which is in him. So, even so, the things of God knoweth no man but the Spirit of God. Now we have received not of the spirit world, but the Spirit that which is of God, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of God. Verse 13 said, which things also we speak are in the words of which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Ghost teacheth, and comparing spiritual things with spiritual. Now, let me say this, certain man. What's up there, love, in the house? My Taurus. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm not being vulgar. A lot of times when you're trying to have conversations with people that are not deep, it is very, very hard for them to have an understanding. So, let me make it sexual. When, gay, straight, or bi, when you have never been intimate with somebody that you were getting to the point where you are actually into their stomach, you cannot have a conversation with a man or woman when you have never been able to reach those goals. So therefore, you cannot even imagine what is the possibility. When it comes down to the ocean itself, when you're not in the deep parts of the ocean, you cannot see the possibilities of what type of creatures that are in there. And especially when the deeper you go down into the ocean, how much colder it gets, how much the force. When you cannot talk about things you're not experiencing. And people, just because you're in the ocean does not mean you're in the deep aspect of the ocean. The same thing is true when it comes down to Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, and Palo, even down to Christianity, necromancy, even down to Kabbalah, and any other of these sciences that are out here. A lot of times when I am trying to have certain conversation, I want people that can invest in their spirituality so they can experience things. So when I get on social media and I am talking about certain things, then they can have a general idea because they experience something. Now my children, because they grew up with me and been experiencing how I flow spiritually, they themselves have an understanding when I begin to talk and start using certain terminology because they've seen the deeper aspects of my spirituality, okay? I need y'all to understand. Follow me if you will. What's the, Monique said, hit that like button, family. Now, why is this important? Because a lot of times when you are going and you're trying to learn real magic, and you're trying to learn real spirituality, whether it is hoodoo work, whether it's conjure work, you have to find, if you are trying to get deep, you need to find somebody that has already experienced the deep experience of root work, conjure, necromancy, cleansing, Because there's so many different levels to this. The reason, even in Ocha and Lukumi, we talk about Olokun. Olokun is at the bottom of the sea. See, if you have never hit the bottom of a vagina or anus, then no matter how much I talk about it, you don't know what I'm talking about. Even though if you had anal sex, doesn't mean that you hit the bottom. Doesn't mean because you had a vagina don't mean you hit the bottom. So therefore, if you've never touched the bottom of anything, the bottom of a pocket, the bottom of a situation or circumstance, you really, no matter how much we talk about it, you cannot imagine of what is down there and what is the experience. Now, if anybody has ever found themselves in a situation and somebody touched your bottom, you understand, when somebody have touched the very foundation of your end, then you understand what it means for somebody to have that type of experience with you. And a lot of time when it comes down to spirituality, you have so many people that are regurgitating information, regurgitating other people's testimony, and not realizing it's nothing deep about what you're talking about. There's no spiritual revelation because you're not immersed, you're not into voodoo like that. You're not into Santeria like that. You're not into Lukumi like that. Because just talking about, just getting information about does not make you deep. Too many people out here, when it comes down to real conjure work, ain't deep. When it comes down to real root work, ain't deep. Don't mean what they doing ain't working. Huh? When you're, listen, I was with Minister Mario, and we're at the ocean, and I was actually sitting on the land part of the ocean and just had my foot in the water. I did not know that there was a groove up under the aspect where I was sitting. And Mr. Mario was like, he was like, Apostle, there's a shark. I say no damn shark. I'm just be honest with you. I say no damn shark because I'm literally sitting on the land and only part of my bottom or my legs were in the water. And so when I looked over to the left, that's when I saw the fin. So apparently a part of the land mass had done broken off, and so it was enough space in there where that shark had gotten in. It wasn't a huge shark, but it's nonetheless a shark. But I got my ass up out of there. You understand? So let's be very clear. Okay? But my point is, even in certain aspects of being on the shallow end of spirituality, you can experience some things. But that doesn't, the chances of you experiencing something magnificently great like that is slim to none. But there are situations like I experienced, being even on the shallow end, seeing a shark, okay? Depending on where you are in the ocean, you will run across certain creatures that come up to the surface. Now, I want to say this. Sometimes you get in your life, because you're in the right place at the right time, you get a chance to see some things that are in the depths of the ocean. Because sometimes creatures in the depths of the ocean can come up to the surface. I'm going to say this again. Do not make your spirituality based on what you were in the right place at the right time and got a chance to see something deep from the deep. Not because you summoned it, but it was surfacing. And you got a chance to see a killer whale. You got a chance to see a blue whale. But you did not go into the deep where they dwell and experience that. I want y'all to know the difference that when you are immersed in these ATRs and you are in the deep aspects of that, you're going to see what lives there. But then you may, because you are in or are part of the spiritual traditions, you might experience something very deep. You might be around a Tata, a Mumbo, a Hugon, or a priest or priestess that is deep in there, and then they bring something to the surface that you experience. But now you're going around as though those deep things belong to you. Linda Green said, consultation book. Bam! Go ahead on, baby. Now, I'm not out here to discourage anybody, but I want you to understand that there are certain things you can talk about only if you are in that. And there's some things that you can experience by being around that. Huh? See, you might find yourself in an orgy setting like I be in sometimes, and you might be seeing somebody over there getting nothing but pure stomach. You witnessing it, but you're not a part of the experience. I'm going to say that again. You're witnessing somebody else getting some stomach. You watching what the response is to getting your stomach got. But you yourself are not experiencing. There's a lot of people that can sit around very powerful men and women of God in these ATRs, and they can see and witness to certain things, but them themselves are not in the experience. And I don't want your life in these ATRs to be downplayed because of the fact that you're not getting deep. And this is why I'm encouraging those that truly want to get deep in there to have a basis of foundation. Okay? So I gave you the example between what's deep and what is shallow. Spells don't mean that you are deep in the conjuring. You can have a lot of different spells, a lot of different sigils. You can have a lot of different tools, but you yourself are not deep or immersed into those ATRs, and it is a big difference. So here we go. So we realizing that you have to be in something of it, and then you can experience a deeper thing, and the Spirit will reveal. And this is another thing that I want to say in your process. You don't determine what is revealed to you. Your spirits and the spirit of that particular religion determines that. You don't get up and say, you know what, I want to know the mysteries of Shango. I don't decide how much of Shango that he's going to reveal. No, Shango, Ochosi, Oya, Ezeli Dontor, Saint Michael, they decide how much of them that they're going to reveal. Even the Divine Mother and the Divine Father, they determine. Your depth in the spiritual practice has a lot to do with what they determine to reveal to you. Listening to people that want you to think they're more spiritual than what they really are will deceive you, because at the end of the day, the deep things of God belong to those that God wants them to have. Whatever I have learned or seen or revealed to me, it has been up to the divine for me to know. You can't know what they don't want you to know. You can't see or experience what they don't want you to experience. So I don't want nobody to think you're going to go out here and get involved in certain things. And it's going to, no, don't work like that. Because you can be in the deep blue sea and never see nothing but little fishes. But being out there in the deep blue sea, you got a greater chance of seeing some of the greatness of the creatures of the ocean. Same thing when it comes to spirituality. Being in the vibration, the frequency, it could create you and put you in a position where they decide to reveal themselves to you. Okay? Then we got Daniel. Daniel, the 2nd chapter. 22 to 23. It says this. He revealeth the deep and the secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth in him. Verse 23 says this. I thank thee and praise thee, O thou God of my fathers, with an S, who has given me wisdom and might, and has made me to know, known unto me now what we desire of thee. For thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter. Now, this is Daniel talking and giving praise to God for revealing to him the king's dream. Always remember this certain man. You as a vessel, you as an instrument, are not going to tell spirit what it is going to do. It is spirit that is going to tell you what they are going to do. It is too many people get into these ATR and you think that these spirits, even your ancestors, are slaves. They might have been slaves in life, but they're not slaves unto you. They are a part of you. They are essentially an extension of you on the flesh realm. You are the Emmanuel in their life. In other words, this is the word being made flesh. You are your ancestors made flesh. And if you think of yourself as a slave, then that's why you talk to your ancestors. I don't think that my ancestors are slaves. I think they're kings and queens. I think they're divine beings. I think they're entities that deserve respect and to be listened to and to be follow instruction if I'm requesting that of them. But I want y'all to understand, petitioning the divine, talking to the divine mother or the father, it is really important to understand that it is them that reveals those deep secrets of not only yourself, but also of other people. My readings are as deep as they are because of spirit. My ability to see beyond what people want me to see has all to do with spirit. Spirit is the one that says. Spirit is the one that shows and reveals. Spirit is the one that allows my energy and my frequency to go to those levels and depths that they are. This is why you're all supposed to be giving praise and honor to the Divine Mother and Father. Psalm 91 popped in my head. Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. You can get 100,000 spiritualists to call on Saint Michael. Saint Michael is going to reveal him or herself to that every one of those spiritualists in a different measure, because those spirits, those entities, those energies and frequencies, depending on where you are, they reveal. And guess what? You may not have the rank that another spiritualist have, and so therefore they may reveal. Just like the scripture says that God said himself that he taught mouth to mouth to Moses. There are spiritual people that are deep with the Divine Mother and the Divine Father, and those spirits deal completely different. This is why even in initiations, even in my personal initiation, my initiation as a child of Oya was done totally different because of the depths of the spirit, how strong my egoons were, how immersed my energies were when it came down, how the spirit won. And this is why this is important. That's why I always tell you guys about where I'm coming from, while my readings are where they are, while my workings are the way that they are. And I don't like other people speaking from me, because if they're not in those types of arenas, this is why I tell you guys about respecting the divine. Because if you feel that because you gave money that you're going to control and tell them what to do, and you're going to talk to those crown spirits any kind of way, first of all, it's a lack of disrespect for yourself. Before you even address these divine spirits, you don't have respect for yourself to think that that's how you're supposed to talk to something that you're some divine being that you're asking for help. They did not create your situation. You did. The same way you go to your spiritualist. Remember, they are there to assist you with a problem or a situation that was already in your life. They did not create that situation with you or for you. That's something you brought to them to help resolve your issue. It is too many immature people wanting to tamper with the deep things of the divine, and you're not mature enough. And therefore, that's where you would never have that kind of assets. I'm going to say it again. Daniel was a uniquely distinct type of vessel that God revealed to him the dream of the king. If you're not talking to kings and queens, I want you to realize, I want you to be realistic why you're not deep. Because the people you engage are shallow. Why would you need a Moses anointing and you're not, millions of people are not following you? Everything needs to make sense. I do realize that there are people just like in the natural world that will go into the ocean with a canoe or paddleboard or surfing board, knowing that there are creatures in that ocean that can throw that surfboard clean over and they be devoured. But they do it. I get it. I get it that you can watch somebody else go out into this huge ocean of spirituality, unprepared, lack of knowledge, and not really rooted and grounded in anything, and claim to be deep in the spirituality. Now, I want to say this. I am dealing with some legalities when it comes down to a piece of property that I own. And I want you to understand what I mean by being deep. Not only am I going to get the victory against this law firm, I am endeavoring to make sure that these lawyers lose their jobs, their license. These are the petitions that I have before the Spirit. And I intend to take that law firm under spiritually. You cannot, if you do not have the weight spiritually, if you do not have the weight, it's like Jonah being at the bottom of the ship. When the whole ship was going through because Jonah was on the way. If you ain't that deep in spirit not going to come for you like that. Are y'all hearing me? I'm not going to be going through all these initiations. I'm not going to be crowned and empowered where I am. And I'm going to let people handle me. like I'm a shallow individual. I'm not going to let people handle me like I'm somebody to play with. I don't care if you're a judge. I don't care. Just like you don't care whether I'm a tata or a mumbo or hugon or apostle or pastor or teacher. You don't care if I'm gay or something. You got your authority. I have mine. And so therefore, I'm taking natural precautions as well as spiritual precautions in my situation, because this is my Bible study night. This as above, so below. So this is about mercurial energy. This is about being able to think, to strategize, to have certain things that you have at your discretion. Amen to that. You better know your work. Exactly. And so therefore, I want you to understand, I wrote down, deeper things of God are revealed in his creation of the universe. You must immerse in science and math. The depths of the universe, which is the womb, and the depths of Mother Nature, which is the melanin. If you are not trying to get into that and understand the microcosm of the universe, you will never be deep in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakum. You will never be deep, because in order to get deep, you have to deal with the deep things of God. You have to understand how you are connected to that divine. When you are not willing to spend that much time with yourself and your spirits, and therefore in your egun, you're not willing to give that type of money, the resources to your development into the deep things of God, sir, man, it's not happening. You will always have shallow information. You will always have shallow experiences. You will always have, unless something happens where somebody else is deep, that they're doing conjure or some type of spell work, then you begin to manifest those things, or they begin to manifest those things, and you experience it because of their depth. What is it? Okay, Darius asked a question. Hold on, let me make sure you got it. Now, in order to experience, one must commit. Just like if you want to, if say for instance you're in a pool, just giving y'all some physical example, and you're in a pool and there's a 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. You know how tall you are, right? So your measure has a lot to do with how deep you can go before you are immersed into water. So if you are 6'2", you have to get into the 7 foot to even experience water being above your head. Okay? So depending on your measure of your gift, your talent, and your ability, depending on how much you need to immerse in order to experience deeper experiences, versus you can be 6'2" and still sit in 6 foot and not be deep. You can still be shallow. Versus somebody 4'7" that's in the 5 foot. Now they deep because they are immersed in that water. Your measure of your grace, your measure of your gift, and your measure of your faith has a lot to do with how much you need to immerse in your spirituality. Anytime that you say that you are deep and you are in a comfort zone, you're lying. That's it. To be in the ocean and be in the deep parts of the ocean means that you can't feel nothing up under. When somebody is in your guts, I'm trying to be nice. When somebody is that deep in you, you gonna know. You're gonna know that they have gone beyond the Thunderdome. There is impossible, certain man, to continuously walking in the same state of mind and claim to be deep. If your mind is not being renewed by the information that you're getting from spirit, whether that spirit is your ancestors, whether that spirit is an Orisha, the Loa, the Nkisi, and Pungo, whether that spirit is an archangel or a daemon, certain man, it don't matter. The point is, when you are not being renewed in thought around those type of entities, then you're not deep. I've literally shared information with people that are shallow. What talisman could we use? Oh, okay. For that, Obatala. I don't have a talisman because I'm Yemiya with well, actually not Yemiya, Olokun. Any spirit that deals with, I don't want to share a certain Kabbalah spirits that I deal with in the Masonic order, because you need to be be a Mason or Eastern Star. But there's other spirits that you can call upon, water spirits that come from the depths. That's somebody was telling me about when I was talking about Abraxas. When you're dealing with the depths, the wound of the universe, there are certain entities and galactic energies that you have access to through your celestial body or your galactic body or your Merkaba. And so depending on how evolved you are and how deep you are in your transformation is what you have access to. But what we're talking about today, I would use Mafedi Funo Batalan, the creative man. But I want y'all to understand that depth has a lot to do with your measure. Depth has to do with your measure of gift, your measure of faith, your capacity to go into areas where you are now flowing with spirit. In other words, where the ocean itself, you are just flowing with the waves. Most people that claim to be spiritual, they're always at the shallow end. Shallow end is where you're comfortable. I'm going to say that again. I don't care if you're practicing Christianity, whether you're Presbyterian, whether you're a Lutheran, whether you're shamanism. If you are still in a space in your ATR and you are still able to, you're still comfortable, that you're not trying to get deep. And that I'm not trying to get you to get deep. But it's like people that having sex. Unless you get with an experienced man or woman that can get deep in you, then you can talk and have this conversation with me. But a lot of times, a lot of people ain't never had that experience, and so therefore you talking about, they think you talking about something imaginary. If you've never been into the depths of the ocean, then and people that go scuba diving, their stories sound fictitious to you. Because all you don't see that come to the surface, you don't experience. I'm going to say it again. All you don't see that comes from the surface, you do not experience. But people that go into the deep, they experience what's down there. If it ain't nothing but space. Because sometimes you swimming in areas that there are no fish or animals in that particular area. But don't mean it ain't nothing there. But where you are swimming at. Because sometimes people want all these experiences. So let me tell you from somebody that's deep. All of y'all that lie about spirit speaking to you 24/7, you lying. All of y'all talking about y'all see spirit 24/7, you lying. What would be the purpose? Even in the book, the Bible, it talks about Balaam headed to curse the children of Israel, that an angel was standing right in front of the prophet and he couldn't see it. The God opened the donkey eyes. He saw the angel. The man of God, Balaam, did not see the angel until it was revealed. Stop lying to these people that every time, like I have ministering spirits, I have spirits, Madonnas that I work with, but all this lying about because you a seer, you always seeing, that ain't true. Y'all lying. And you know you lying. You speaking of yourself. You speaking from your own intellect. Spirit ain't gave you that. Nothing was revealed to you. This is another reason why I try to tell people, you cannot fake being deep. You cannot fake being deep. It is what it is. And you're gonna, if you are deep in whatever ATR that you're in, or you're working with those types of spirits that deeply, then there's a certain way that you're going to conduct yourself. There's a certain way that you're going to handle yourself. There's a certain way that you're going to allow somebody to handle you. Because how in the world you going to be that deep into voodoo, Haitian voodoo, and you let random people. Matter of fact, people you say ain't even initiated. Why are you having a hard time in a war with them? If I'm that deep, why is a newbie giving me that much of a hassle? If you deep in knowledge, how somebody that just started studying gonna outthink you? Just like I've been saying all along, know the tree by the fruit it bear. They love talking about God told me to tell you. Nah, baby, God ain't told you shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And guess what? There are many gods in the earth. Which one? There are many goddesses in the earth. There's many spirits in the world. Real does recognize real. I know that's right, God's elect. Let me tell y'all something. I don't have to go out here and talk about who do what and who don't do what. What I do is I do me. People find out later whether I'm deep or not. Huh? Me telling you, just like a man, whether you gay, straight, or bi, a man telling you what he got. You don't know how deep he can go until he start going deep. Everything before then is just talk. Without a testimony, it's just talk. I'm going to say it again. He can say whatever he want to say. Until he able to go deep, he ain't deep. Everybody's body different, because what's deep to one may not be deep to the other. You might go into this one hole and you might hit the back door, bam. Huh? Then you might go into this other hole and you be like, hello, 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 hello. There's an echo in there. You ain't got enough measure. You can't go deep in there. There are certain ATRs you get involved in, you might be able to go deep in there because that's in your ancestry. And then there's other ATRs you get in, they only gonna let you go so far, shallow. Your measure doesn't call for that. I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm just using different scenarios. Because one thing about it is, if you are a deep individual, you're gonna have a certain level of track record. Huh? Sometimes you got to get them in certain positions to go deep. You understand? Grown people talk. When it comes down to the ATRs and you want to be deep in certain things, it has to be from somebody that's already experienced it. Because other than that, all y'all both doing is talking about the same thing they talk about, a God that they has not, they ain't never met. Apostle, I sent for a reading on work. I'm looking for clarity on accepting a new position. Okay, hold on. Jelly Sweets. Gemini. Work position. You better say that. These spirits don't be playing. No. Not if you deep. The way that certain people talk, you could tell that it's no way that you were that deep, that you would be that loose. Mm-mm. 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 Trey said, time to get creative. Yes, sir. Sometimes you got to just... my thing is, I'm trying to get people to understand that not only that there's so much to these ATRs that people ain't even scratched the surface, there's also so many people out here that are just regurgitating what they've heard from the surface. And because you are fluent in that information doesn't make you deep. You don't know you deep until you in the deep. You don't know you deep until the deep reveal itself to you. And that ain't something you can fake. That ain't something you can buy. Either they want you to have that revelation or they don't. That's why Jesus said, St. Peter, no, you say St. Peter, Simon Peter, flesh and blood have not revealed this to you, but my Father which is in heaven. You can't go no deep than the divine mother or father desire you to go. And that's just real talk, y'all. You might come into this world shallow and you might leave this world deep. You might come into this world shallow and leave this world shallow. And that is not determined on a man or woman. That is determined on the divine. A lot of y'all think that people are holding y'all back. If it was meant, Sydney. All right, that's Sydney. Sydney is reading. Post your zodiac sign. Did you Bobby. What you say, Shamari? My readings online are only $20. My consultations on my website. Oh, Bobby Hemmett. Oh, yeah. I used to watch him too. You can tell after talk. And let me tell y'all something. When people not deep, they're gonna start regurgitating information. They're gonna start repeating stuff over and over and over. Darius reading on planning, economics. I know that's right, Darius. Okay, I got it, Trey. Let's hold on. Sydney. Damn it. Damn it, man. Hold on. Sydney. She's a Cancer, okay. I do it. Shamari, you want to read into? Or y'all showing out? He's reading. Cancer. I read for Cancer back to back. Got reading for Darius. Make sure I ain't forgetting nobody with incense. Still use Zelle. They closed that account, so I'm never gonna be able to reopen that particular account. I'm gonna have to actually get a whole another Cash App account. I just was so aggravated about it. But use your Zelle. I'll get it through Zelle. Most of y'all been sending through Zelle anyway. I don't have to share any of my funds if you do Zelle. I want to make sure I got everybody. All right, let me get these readings done. First, we're gonna read for Gemini, Jelly, and then I'm gonna come follow Darius. Oh, Pisces. Hold on. And then Sydney, Cancer, and then Shamari, Cancer. And I told y'all, if you ain't happy, hump till you get there. All right, Jelly Sweet, just let me know you're listening, honey, and I'm going to start doing your reading. Hey, y'all think I'm rocking this Mafedi Funo Chosi? Am I rocking this in honor of Minister Mario, son of Ochosi? Even though I have my own Ochosi. Jelly Sweet, let me know you're listening, sweet. Before I start. My enemy, I know that's right. Thank you. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Stormy. My son said I have a regal touch to stuff. Okay, there you go. There she go. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee. That which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Jelly Sweets to Gemini, concerning position, new position on her job. Hear these words as I speak, as I call and conjure thee. That which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Jelly Sweets, concerning a new job position. That which that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Jelly Sweets in a job position. Thank you, Natasha. Yes. She said, looking good, Chief. Now, to those that done had me, you know I look better. I taste better than I look. And I look good. I'm like David, oh, taste and see. We're asking about job position. Okay, we're asking about your job, and talking about new position. It talks about global transformation. It says a yin shin lamed. It said, I reflect upon the spiritual truth of the world. Peace begins with peace within my own heart. It says, with this name I speed my transformation and strengthen the force of peace throughout the world. This card right here, jealous because we're asking about a position. Are you going to be traveling with this position? Because this card right here is coming up in shadow. This has to do with traveling. And it could be some type of night, because it's in shadow. It can be a position, it could be in the nighttime, or what they call them, graveyard shift, if so to speak, or some traveling in some type of night. But this, and then we got, we asking for position. It says, diffusing negative energy and stress. It says Kaf Have Tav, purifying light banishes the unseen omnipotent forces and deactivates harmful influences by that may be lurking nearby, especially those that dwell inside me. Stress dissolves, pressure is released, balance and positive energy permeates my own being and world. I think that this particular card right here is talking about this position being less stressful, bringing less pressure, but it talks about a balance coming. So whatever this new position is, it says this talks about less stress, and it talks about positive. It's a positive energy. So yeah, okay, good. And then we're asking about your position. This is a victory card and outcome. So whatever this position is, whether you decide to go for it or not, this is it talks about that this will bring victory to you. It says victory over addictions. This is my victory card, so that's Psalm 25. It says Pei He Lamed. It said I'm ready to battle the nasty habits and unpleasant character traits that I have not been able to get rid of. This name ensures victory over the forces of ego. I am imbued with emotional power and discipline to triumph over all self-centered impulses and negative. This card right here is also saying, Jelly Sweet, with this position, you're going to have to make some kind of personal changes in order to be effective on this job. But it also talks about being more emotionally strong and disciplined on this job. So whatever this position has, it's going to take you being dealing with some other issues that you may personally have that may conflict. Yes, it is a traveling position. Okay, yeah, it shows up here. So that's why I'm gonna honestly, based off your energy and read of this position, yes, but it is saying that you're going to have to make some personal changes in order for it to but it is going to bring less stress. It's going to bring more balance and positivity in your life, and it's also going to bring some type of victory. That's for sure. All right. Darius, let me know you're listening. What's up, A. Johnson Aquarius? What it be? Let me know you're listening, Darius. Yeah, it's a lot of positive energy came out over about that position. Where's my Pisces? Okay, there you go. After Darius, then I'm going to Sydney, Cancer, and then Shamari, Cancer. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which is in the dark, bring into the light of my eyes, concerning Darius, concerning planning economics, concerning his economics. Idiosa. That which is in the dark, bring into the light of my eyes, concerning Darius the Pisces, concerning his economics. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes, concerning and asking of thee concerning the economics of Darius the Pisces. We're talking about economics. That's right. That's right, y'all. Amen to that. I love how y'all doing that. Mafedi Foon. Shango. Mafedi Foon. Oya Mafedi Foon Ochosi. Mafedi Ola Damari. Again, your shadow card comes up, Darius, concerning economics, absolute certainty. Energy don't lie. We were asking about his economics, and it talks about focusing on what is certain. It says Ayin Resh Yud. It says, by using this name, I fill my heart with certainty, gratitude, conviction, sureness, and trust. This is a lot for Pisces energy, but this is in shadow around the economics for this particular Pisces. But it talks about let me count actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 my Fedi Funo Shun. 5 aspects in this one reading when it comes down to his economics, and it talks about it's a heart thing. And it has a lot to do with how you feel about certain things, water sign. But it's showing up in this read concerning your economics. And if you are more positive about your economics, things flourish a lot better for you. But it also has in here, these are the words: certainty, knowing you're expecting, and gratitude, being thankful for what you have. Conviction, being dedicated to any vows or commitments you do. Sureness, basically knowing that that God is going to grant you your expected end. And trust, which is still an issue, but this is where your manifestation lies as well. In trust. Trust is the confidence in spirit being providing your economics. Then look at your middle card comes up with economics, angelic influence. Psalm 91 verse 11. It says, hey, Zayin Yud. It says, using this name, I can now access the network of angels. I can remove negative angels and their chaotic influence in my life, and ignite the support and assistance of positive angels. This card right here is also saying that even though we're out talking about economics, you're going to have to protect your economic. You have to sometimes even fight to remove, because sometimes people will send spirits to try to interfere in your economics. They do it to me as well. So. But that's why we got our spiritual tools. And then your outcome card talks about great expectation. You're asking about your economics and planning towards those. This is talking about you have great expectations. And boy, do I know that to be true. It says Aleph Yud Ayin. It said, by meditating on this name, I gain control over the power of time in my life. Instead of constantly demanding of more tomorrow, I appreciate what I have. Both of your cards are talking about gratitude. It said, I appreciate what I have and what I am right now. It said, false and self-seeking expectations are cast out. So this is talking about things being realistic. I don't think that you're reaching outside of reality for what you're expecting. But this card talks about things in the power of time. In other words, in due season, you shall reap. All right, Sydney. Sydney Cancer. Karen O'Brien said, congratulations. Just let me know you listening, Sydney, and then I'll start. And after Sydney, then I'm going to do Shamari. After Sydney, I'm going to do Shamari. Ain't that something? Whole tendencies strong. Just post, let me know you listening. Sydney Cancer. Sydney is new to my live. Is she listening? Tomorrow, I just saw what you wrote. I just saw what you wrote. All right. Okay, Sydney, there you go. All right. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Sydney the Cancer. Sydney the Sydney the Cancer. That which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning this Cancer. What is it that this Cancer needs to be focused on? What is it that this Cancer... Ooh. Sydney Cancer. I'm going to say this. It's a lot of emotions are coming up in this reading. It's and to be honest with you, Sydney, there's sadness. Sadness is disappointments are coming up really, really, really strong in this initial energy that's coming in. Definitely need a cleansing. I always tell all my water signs, earth signs to do cleansing, spiritual cleansing. But I want to say emotionally, right now, you're in a stupor. Okay, so let's see what's the cards are showing up. In your first card, shadow. Shadow is what's in the dark, something that you are not addressing. This card comes up time travel. It says it says va hey va. It said I awaken remorse in my heart for prior misdeeds. I accept the frank spiritual truth that problems in my life are a result of past action. So this card right here is saying that you need to pay attention to how you do things. And it says, by concentrating on this name, I will uproot the negative seed that I have already planted. And in doing so, I transform my past, reshape my present, and to create a future full of joy and fulfillment. This card right here sitting in shadow has a lot to do with you looking over the past, not going back into the past to relive the past, but to have an understanding of why things took place. This card talks about accountability. It talks about also not being negative, because remember, you're a water sign and you're a cardinal water sign. And what that means is that you can actually create an emotional atmosphere based off of how you feel. And then you can project that energy on other people, places, and things. And so this card right here is saying that you have to be able to nip stuff at the bud, so that therefore you can reshape your, it says transform your past. In other words, your past will not have a major negative effect if you do that. And it said reshape your present, meaning that you learn from the past so you can start correcting things now, which in turn give you a better future. That's your shadow card. Your next card comes up, the big picture. Cancer is saying that you have to be able to see beyond your horizon. Pessimistic. Stop being that way. Which is hard for a Cancer. It says Aleph Nun Yud. It said this name raises my awareness of long-term effects of my action. A lot of this, your cards are talking about things, actions that you've taken place, but it says before. I'm gonna say it like this: before you take action, sit down, as the Bible says, count up the cost, and see how this is going to affect you on the long term. Sometimes when you're going through certain things, especially with this energy that you have as Cancer, trying to survive, a lot of times when you're in that survival mode, you don't necessarily look down the road of how this is going to impact you. And so this card right here is saying you need to be aware of the long-term effects of your action. It said, I gain the ability to see the spiritual challenge in every moment before they become a foundation of chaos and crisis. In other words, Cancer, especially with this water energy and psychic energy that this particular Cancer has, this card is saying that you're being spiritually challenged. So this is not even something that is happening, just life happening. It is actually things are happening in your life to bring you to a spiritual place and accepting your own personal spirituality and journey. Then your outcome card says removing hatred, which means that there's some certain things that have happened in the past that you have certain feelings about, that you're still harboring negative energy. It says Resh Yud. I would do a Psalm 51. I don't look like you're new to my platform, so I do have bath cleansers on my website. I would actually recommend oil of gladness, especially with what you're going through, and mental clarity. Those are instant burns that I have. As I says, Resh Yud Yud. It said I need to be painfully honest. These cards are coming in really strong. It said I need to be painfully honest. I acknowledge that every person and group of people that stir up feelings of anger, envy, malice, total disgust, or any combination thereof. This card really is talking about you interacting with other people that you're allowing to influence your mood. Being a water sign, you have to own your own emotional state and energy. Thank you, Darius, for that love offering. So much needed. I appreciate you. It says, with the light of this name, I have the power to drop poisonous, negative feelings that exist inside of me. So this card is basically talking about as you progress, you'll start purging your energy. You'll start purging yourself emotionally, and you'll be able to see and feel more positive about yourself. What word I want to use? You basically get yourself back. Right now, I feel like you have allowed other people in different situations, scenarios to basically bum rush your emotions, and now you're just feeling. You're just feeling how you feel about this or that, or what was said or what was done, and you're really not. You're just wading in the water, basically, in your emotions. You need to, as a cardinal energy, you need to take initiative of how you're going to feel. You determine whether by music, whether it's by cleansing, whether it's by prayer, determine how you're going to feel that day. But it will eventually get better. And I'm only basing that off of your shadow card. Because if you take action and take the spiritual challenges, things are going to get better. Shamari, where's my Cancer? Thank you, Lord. Shamari, let me know you're listening, baby. Wait a minute, I need to Sydney carries some heavy energy. Where's my cigar? She need a strong cleanser. She dealing with some shiggity. Your emotions are in layers. You don't suppress too much too long. I feel that. Hold on, Shamari. I got to clear this energy. You have really been let down and disappointed. You got to break that. That emotion. They're gonna draw a negative. Water signs, earth signs, they draw energy. And whatever energy you in, you draw that same energy. Hold on. All right, Shamar. Woo. Woo. Eventually, I'm gonna have. I don't like the fact that a lot of the business is on my website, and a lot of the stuff I want personal. So I'm gonna fix it where I can get this stuff taken care of. Y'all give me some time to get this fixed. All right. Sydney said I need now. Gotta wait this week. Yeah. You ready? Shamari, here we go. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes. You can easily, Sydney, get a consultation and we can get really, really in depth. These are my $20 readings, which I give out still a lot of information in that, but you know. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Shamari the Cancer. Shamari the Cancer. Everybody. Ooh, these cards are slipping. It's a lot going on. Shamari. That which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Shamari. What is it that this Cancer needs to focus on? What is it that this Cancer, Shamari, needs to focus on? One more time for Cancer. Shamari, Cancer. All right, shadow comes in for Cancer, defying gravity in your shadow, Shamari. And it says Vava Lamed. It said, I use this name to unleash the power of mind over matter. Look like somebody graveyard work is moving. Unleash the power of mind over matter, soul over ego, and spiritual over physical. My goal is not to renounce the physical world, but to eliminate its control over me and to become the true captain of my fate or destiny. Everything becomes possible. That fell for you, Shamari, in shadow. That's a very spiritual card for Cancer. That I know that's that graveyard work. That came in strong. Your middle card comes up revealing the dark side, the new moon. Yud Chet Va. It said, light shine. I recognize the negative forces still active in me. My reactive impulses are no longer a mystery. The power of this name, they become history. This card right here is talking about that you are understanding more of your aspects of yourself and your not only your positive but your negative. And it also talks about recognizing what is still functioning. What is because this right here, I don't want this card right here says to me that you don't want to self-sabotage things that are going on in your life. Because things are moving, things are shining, and you don't want to say, well, how long this going to last? Don't start speaking negative over your blessings. Okay? Then your outcome card. Look at here. Happiness. Your outcome card falls in happiness. It says, Va, He, Va, Cancer. It says, I find the strength to restrain selfish longing. Through this name, I ask for what my soul needs and not what my ego wants. Look at these cards. This has a lot to do with discipline, Shamari. It said, I find deep appreciation for whatever life brings me. This brings me happiness in the deepest of sense. Shamari, this is a really, really, really good read for you. This is a lot of growing up going on here. And this is a lot about taking charge. But your outcome card and energy talks about happiness. And that's really good for you. Because it's about time for you to be happy. Not only with yourself, but be happy in relationship. Oh, Monique said, Sydney, I love that right there. All right, guys. Did I get everybody? Yeah, I'm gonna be doing New Year's candles this year too. I'll let you guys know. I have Monique to post it back up there. I gotta get Trey moving on that website too as well. Those are really good to start the New Year's off. And those that are gonna be doing graveyard ceremony, like I'm gonna be doing. I want to say once again, I just really appreciate my Fedifun Obatala, my Padrino, speaking about coming down here Sunday to visit the gravesite of Minister Mario, son of Bachosi. I don't want any of you guys to think that I don't appreciate your reaching out to me. It just that it's a bitter. This whole year gonna be bittersweet for me. I've accomplished a lot, but I've also lost certain very endearing things to me, and so therefore I cannot even lie that God has been good. Divine Mother has been showing up and showing out, but in the space of that, it is a very a longing place. That was my ride or die. That was somebody that no matter what I was going through, he supported me. A lot of times I find myself feeling like I'm reaching out to people when I never had to really reach out, because Minister Mario was always my support. I was his support as well, but I don't trust a lot of people. With my spirituality, I don't trust a lot of people with my finances, and so this whole process has been really jarring for me, because I'm very private about my spirituality when it comes down to people's business and my personal business and stuff like that. And right now I don't feel like I have that. And so I'm still trying to figure it out, and waiting on the divine to provide what I have need of in order so I can balance my energy out. Okay, so I really appreciate y'all. Mama Susan, much love to you. I feel like just yesterday he was telling me how to become more optimistic and positive. Long live Minister Mario. Yeah, he's somebody I trusted. My family trusted him. My children trusted him. And it is different, to say the very least. In honor of him wearing his head Orisha, but it is not the same. And I don't lie to myself about how I feel and what I'm going through. But I'm going to be burning oil of gladness for myself, to be honest with you, trying to get through this process. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys that have stepping up and stepping in. And like I said, building bonds with people. My kids will tell you I'm not the greatest when it comes to emotions, and so this is very different for me. The last time I felt anything this remote was with my grandmother passing, and not even with my father, like that. So it is when somebody is that close, and I fought so very hard and diligent for him, and to be living, not even thinking that I was going to be living in this reality in 2023. But I'm still in warfare. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to get taken care of before the end of the year. And so thank you to your love, your support, your likes, your share, your comments. Trust me, I go back and read those things because they help. Your love, some of you text me, I appreciate it. Do not think I don't. Even if I don't respond, trust me, I appreciate it. I do appreciate. Sometimes I just don't want to engage. Mentally, I don't be there. Okay, so much love to each and everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button and comment if this was a help to you on tonight. God bless.